Upon the news that King Charles was diagnosed with cancer, Prince Harry rushed all the way from California to the UK to see him. However, Meghan Markle and the children didn't go with him. Why is that? Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, let's jump into this one, you guys, because hot off the heels of Hazard arriving in London to visit King Charles following his cancer diagnosis, reportedly for only 45 minutes, you guys, that he actually saw his father. Yep. Just after 24 hours later, Prince Hazard was on his way back to California. But, it got me wondering, why the deuce didn't Megxie go with him, right? I mean, put all the BS to one side. This is her father-in-law. He's just been diagnosed with cancer. Admittedly, we don't know the type, the severity, what treatment he's going under, or anything like that. But, cancer's cancer, right? You'd think she'd put all the BS aside and be like, you know what? I'm going to go over to the UK, not only to support my husband, but you know what? To show support for my father-in-law and his family. You'd think, right? But no, this is Megxie we're talking about. And not only did Megxie not go with Prince Hazard, but the grandkids, their children, Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie, didn't go with him either. And I'm sure if they did go with Prince Hazard, the king would have absolutely appreciated seeing his grandchildren, and it could have lifted his spirits. To be fair, I'm sure it would have. Do you know what I mean? But no, Megxie, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, refused to go back to the UK with Prince Hazard and the children to visit and support the very ill king at the moment. And so, yeah, they decided to remain in Montecito. And, there have been rumours and commentary in the past that Megxie has no desire to ever set foot in the UK ever again. Why? Because she knows we all don't like her. For obvious reasons, right? She's done it to herself. But at the end of the day, this is something different. She didn't have to, let's say, announce that she's going to the UK or anything. She could have secretly swooped in, seen the king, and gone back without us even knowing. The royal family do have the power to evoke a media blackout. They did that when Prince Hazard was in Afghanistan. So there is precedent for it. But no. The rumours are she has no desire to ever return to England and set foot in the UK. Omid Scobie, otherwise known as Liebrows over here, has claimed that Megxie never felt at home in the UK, which is absolute BS, guys. We welcomed her with open arms. We watched in our millions with her wedding to Prince Hazard. We wanted to copy her look. We were absolutely entranced by her. But apparently we didn't kiss her backside good enough. Let's put it that way, right? And so Omid Scobie, Libes in Endgame, actually expanded on this, saying that she never wants to set foot again in England. Also claimed that she decided to skip the King's coronation last May because she refuses to dive back into the soap opera of the court. Now, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, Liebrows has just confirmed Megxie as a liar because back then, it was widely reported that no, Megxie wasn't going to go to the coronation because, it was Archie's birthday and they didn't want to miss out on that. Yeah, well, Scabies is saying something completely different. So, who do you think's lying? Both of them? One of them? Let me know. But yeah, this is the thing. What Scabies is turning around and saying, i.e. Liebrows, i.e. Omid Scobie, is, yeah, she don't want to set foot in the UK ever again because she never felt at home and she doesn't want to dive back into the soap opera of the court. So, that logic would track that, she never travelled with Prince Hazard to go see the ill king because she never wants to set foot in England again. She doesn't want to go back into the soap opera of the court, blah, 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 blah. She never felt at home here, blah, 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 blah. Really? if that's her excuse, if that's her rationale as to why she wouldn't pluck up the freaking courage to travel with Prince Hazard and the children to the UK to see her very ill father-in-law, King Charles, it's not good enough. She's a freaking coward. And more nastier than I could have ever imagined, as far as I'm concerned. However, really in the grand scheme of things, should we be surprised that she didn't travel with Prince Hazard to show her support and her care and her love for her father-in-law? Well, no, because when you look at how she's treated her own family and her own flesh and blood father, well, it explains a lot more then, doesn't it? Because she, to this day, it's been reported, has not been in contact with her father, Thomas Markle Sr., and this is being confirmed by her half-sister, Samantha Markle. Now, there have been reports suggesting that Megxie was trying to end the rift with Thomas Markle after he suffered a massive stroke, but all of this has been confirmed by the family is absolute BS, with Samantha Markle going on Good Morning Britain saying, I heard rumours that she was trying to reach out to my dad's camp, but my brother and I are my dad's camp and his number has never changed. Even though he can't speak, his language comprehension is perfect. She could text him or contact him and he would text back. And then this is poorly said, but really what she's meaning here is the rumours about her reaching out are not true. So if she can't even pluck up the courage and the compassion and the care to reach out to her own flesh and blood, her father who suffered a massive stroke, debilitating stroke, then are we really that surprised in the grand scheme of things that she couldn't drum up the courage, the care and compassion to go along with Prince Hazard and the children to travel back to the UK to provide her support, care and love to her father-in-law, King Charles, who has provided her with so much in her life right now as it stands? Should we be that surprised? Now, it gets even more heartbreaking when it comes to her own father, because at the time it was said he had lost the ability to actually talk. And he suffered the serious fall days. He also suffered a serious fall days before he was rushed to hospital, which forced him to pull out of a planned trip to London from the Platinum Jubilee a couple of years ago. Telling Tom Bower, author of Revenge, which, by the way, guys, if you've not read that book, please do. It's amazing. He says, I've just fallen. Thankfully, some good people picked me up from the pavement. I'm going to head home. After being discharged, he said, I feel hugely grateful and know how lucky I am to be alive. I want to thank everyone, especially the wonderful doctors and nurses who saved my life. They are angels. I've been deeply moved by loving messages I've received from all over the world. People have been so kind. I can't speak right now, but I'm working hard and will thank people properly when I can. And, you know, this stroke is no joke because it was caused by a blood clot on the right side of his brain, the Mail on Sunday reported. And, you know, this rift is not coming to an end anytime soon, seemingly just like the rift between Megxie Hazard and King Charles and the rest of the royal family, because it was only last year that I had reported off of the back of a documentary episode that the Markle family did, that Thomas Markle said in there that he refused to be buried by Meghan while still alive. And he said he will not allow her to bury him whilst he's still alive after Prince Harry claimed that she was mourning his loss. He said that his daughter had not called him in 4 years. Like, she's completely shut him out, even after a debilitating stroke that left him speechless, reportedly, and all sorts of other crazy, nasty things you wouldn't want to wish on your worst enemy. He's saying she still hasn't reached out. This is her own flesh and blood. This is how, reportedly, she's treating him. So again, should we be that surprised that she hasn't gone to visit her own father-in-law who's just been diagnosed with cancer? For apparently the reasons being, A, she don't want to set foot in England ever again because she never felt at home here and she doesn't want to dive back into the drama of the royal court. She's creating her own freaking drama as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I mean? She's doing it to herself. This is insane. But he said, if she doesn't turn up for a stroke, if that doesn't move her, what would? And I would amend that slightly in terms of King Charles's situation and say, do you know what? If she doesn't turn up for a cancer diagnosis, if that doesn't move her, what would? And this is all coming from Prince Hazard's spare, otherwise known as Wah, where he said that Megxie was mourning the loss of her father. And so Thomas Markle Sr. said, she killed me and then mourned me. I refuse to be buried by her. Again, if this is how she treats her own flesh and blood, her own father, who, by all accounts, from what we've seen, from what we've heard, moved mountains, heaven and earth to give her the best start in life, right? Then, guys, are we really that surprised that Megxie did not travel back with Prince Hazard, with the children, to support King Charles in his hour of need after just being diagnosed with cancer? It's disgusting. It is despicable. And if these reasons are correct, that she never felt at home in the UK and that she doesn't want to dive back into the soap opera of the court, they're not good enough reasons as far as I'm concerned. They're not good enough reasons at all. Something like this, you put aside the BS, you put aside the rift, and you're just there for your family. There should be some kind of loyalty baseline that she feels for her family. Evidently, maybe not. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there and hopefully cause a Christopher Boozy meltdown on Twitter. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about why Megxie did not travel with Prince Hazard to visit King Charles, and I bet you do, and make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.